Well, hello, and welcome back to the city of YouTubington, North Carolina, USA. In today's episode, we are doing some tree swapping along the roads, fixing a few janky sections of the road and highway that have been pointed out to me by viewers recently, and we are going through the city and removing all abandoned buildings to promote growth. We are also going to revisit Pooh River Park and detail it up even more, and we'll be laying out a new section of our road layout, water pipes, and adding new canals and train lines and buses to that area. If you could, please drop a video a like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll know when we drop our latest video. So without any more yapping, we'll get to building. So let's get into it, y'all. And we can't wait to get into this episode today, but as always, the fly-throughs. Man, those fly-throughs never get old, do they? Alright, well, without further ado, we're going to get into it, and we are starting with our train lines and getting them hooked up. We're going to try to get the cargo trains this episode hooked up as well. Alright guys, if you're excited, remember, smash the like button, and let's get into it. Let's see what we got here. Starting with getting rid of these old train lines completely, because we got some broken ones in here. Alright, we're going to go to our border of the world here, basically. And remove the line over there as well. Alright. Should be all good on that end. And now we're going to drag this new line back over here to our station. Get rid of that. And we should be all good now on this end as well. Create new line. And we should be able to drag this out over here. Getting these trains to connect on YouTubington is almost starting to feel like the curse of the trash all over again. It's the curse of the trains. Alright, grab our thing here. Should have the ability to add a stop now. Yep, there we go. Boom. Now there's some smiling faces. Alright, let's see if we can add this other stop here. For some reason it's not connecting to that section, and I'm not sure why. I think it might be part of the underground that I anarchied through. Might have some issues. Alright, and now on to the epic speed run of deleting all the abandoned buildings. Enjoy, you legends!
I could have.
Alright, and there we go.
I'd say that looks about 1,000 times better without all them condemned buildings throughout the city. Alright, and now on to changing and swapping out a few sections of zoning here for office and some others. Some areas just aren't growing, so we're gonna a little bit too much density of the same kind of zoning, so we're gonna swap them out. Taking a little fly over the city here, seeing some of the old areas and some of the new. This part of the neighborhood, we're gonna watch it grow probably later in this episode or the next episode. There'll be some major growth in that area. And for today, we are working on this little area over here. Build all this up, do it with piping, potentially zone something, but most likely in the next episode. Alright, let's get into it and start making some major arterials. I'm going to run this on a speed run, and we'll see you legends on the other side. Alright. Now that we got some of those roads down, we're going to start with our regular roads, regular streets. Heading off of our arterials here. Get us all fitted in. I wanted to do this area a little bit more different than some of the other areas before that were a little bit more gridded. There is still some sort of a grid hierarchy here, sort of, but it's definitely a different layout than I'm used to. But I'm actually liking it, and it turns out really, really nice. Just little random side roads or random side bits. Fill this section in here too. Finally merging in our original section that we built in the very first episode with this area coming all the way back around. Now I'm adding in some one-ways. This will be kind of more of probably the grittiest part of that. But then again, like I said, I'm trying to lead into this section of the old city and kind of mesh them together. And since it was so gridded, I figure we'll go kind of from grid to just random little bits here and there. Which you can see that's what we did. As you go away from that section, it kind of goes crazy. This will be a very interesting section once we get filling it all in and detailing it. A little bit here. Get this triangle here. We'll try to match it up, see if we can get something here kind of interesting. There we go. Beautiful. And now we get down to putting some pipes in this puppy. I'm gonna go through and do them underneath every road. Man, this is satisfying. Get the triangle of power there. All these little side bits. Feeding it into the original line there. Go. Alright. Now it's really getting down to some fiddly bits here and there. There we go. Straight through those. That one way that I put in, or two different one ways there, are for flow of like goods and stuff. Make it a little, well, I guess in general, even regular citizens could take them to get to a certain area of the city quicker. And that way you're not flowing through the back streets. In the following episode, we may just put in a on-ramp, off-ramp in that section too. Notice we need some water. Our water availability and sewage availability is getting pretty low. Fix that up right now. Alright, and then we'll move on to the sewage side of things here. This one's going to sit up a little higher than the rest of them naturally. Alright, and now it's time to get that other ramp going in here, like I said before. We're going to go ahead and do it. We got to lower this bus line down with Move It though. Get this all evened out like the other side is. I'm just gonna pick a spot here. Sorry guys. And we're gonna feed that in right there. Flip it around. Perfect. Just get this to go a little bit longer down that way. This one's actually way too high to be honest, so we're gonna fix that too while we're over here doing this one. See if we can kind of adjust them in different spots. A little bit lower. There we go. Alright. And on to upgrading this section of the highway to where people can actually use it and get on and off the highway on that side. This is quite a ways outside of the main city, but we're gonna make that not the case any longer. Today we're about to build a little section of offshoot city just down the road from there we go. See if we can do this in a regular road. That should work. We're gonna go ahead and connect up the road to our little electricity dam there, giving us electricity from our poo. That's what's creating this whole river in the first place. Coming right on across here, and we're going to do a little bit of a road layout just right here. And then of course we're going to get it all hooked up with its water and electricity and zoning and all that good stuff. Alright, and with our water piping out of the way, now I'll get down to laying down some zoning here. We're going to do a bit of residential. Do a little bit of small business here. A couple little patches here and there. Some high density residential, some more low density business. I'm going to do a bit of offices here, and then a little bit of low density business in between. I'm going to take some of these dead spaces that are being created by themselves in the game and use them to our advantage for our paths. Okay, there we go. That out, that one, and that one. Alright. Now on to our pathing. Get that going here. Little shortcuts here and there to get to the park and through this little section. Not sure what to really name this place. Drop your suggestions in the comments. Alright, and as promised, guys, we're here to detail up and add in our benches and our trash cans to Pooh River Park. And we ain't done yet, because we're still probably going to come in here. Well, I say probably, we're definitely going to come in here and detail it up again, probably a couple more times, actually. 1 or 2 more times with more grasses and rocks and trees. Really beautify it up. But I mean, it makes a major improvement having put in the benches and the trash cans and fountains and stuff of that sort. Already makes a huge difference. I think I may make a small little like fenced like homemade dog park with some of the props from the Find It section. Maybe like a little kids playground too in a section. Detail those up individually. It's coming along nicely though. Yeah, we dropped some in this area too. Alright, y'all. Throw a little district on this puppy here. And as I said, name is open for suggestions. Drop them in the comments. I can't wait to see what y'all come up with. Alright. And it's that time of the episode where we do our flyovers to see what we did today. See you legends on the other side. One last little hot fix before we go here, pointed out by Susie Q in the comments. Thank you. I don't know how I missed this thing. It is quite ridiculous. We worked with it for a minute to try to get it to go, but I kind of want it to maintain the same shape that it has. But we got it after a minute. Not identical to the intersection it was, but we ended up working it out. And the bus routes and everything realigned themselves and all that, so good to go. Thank you again, Susie Q. Alright guys, that's about going to do it for this episode today. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend there. Absolute legends for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash the little bell icon so you get notified the next time we drop our City Skylines content. But I'm going to slide on out of here guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So, remember, Mad Murder Nation love, and if nobody else cares, murder cares.